Surprise of the season,
Nottingham Forest?
Chelsea.
Oh.
Chelsea, yes.
I'm a little more surprised with Nottingham Forest, by the way.
But Nottingham Forest, I expect that they're going to go down.
Okay, but I had
What do you mean
Chelsea.
that they're going
They're going to go down in the standings, not
okay.
relegated.
I had Chelsea predicted in third. I think none of you had Nottingham Forest in the top 10.
No.
So if you're talking about surprise of the season,
Okay, Max, this is a Chelsea team that literally had a disaster of a season last year.
I don't think you remember they ended the season undefeated in the last 6-7 games.
Okay, but let me
I predicted them in third. I'm not surprised they're here.
You're not surprised that
No,
they're
because the
fighting
only
for the
reason
title?
No, because if City were competing, they would be ahead of them, and it would be City, Liverpool, Chelsea, just like I predicted. They're playing
What do you mean? Where's Arsenal in that thing?
Oh no, you're right. I did have Arsenal above
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
I had Chelsea above Liverpool though.
So you probably had Chelsea in fourth, right?
Third. I had sorry, went City, Arsenal, Chelsea was my prediction.
Okay, and
this
then
season.
Liverpool because uncertainty with Klopp. I understand.
This is the question I want to ask you guys. The season's almost halfway through. Maybe not
Liverpool.
yet.
Yeah.
Let me ask the question first, you donkey, and then we'll see. We'll discuss. Who are your favorites? Who's looking like they're out of the race already? Who's looking like the favorite?
I think City. It's a 2-horse race in my opinion. I think the amount
You
of points.
just said City.
No, I think City are out.
Okay.
Sorry, I kind of jumped ahead in my train of thought. In this day and age, you got to get 95 points to win the league. City have already fell too far to catch this gap.
I disagree with you because City are the ones setting those standards. So if they're not there, are the standards still 95?
Right,
No, they're not. I agree.
They're
I
not.
think they'll be lower this season. Leicester won the league on like 85 points
Yeah,
or something like
but-
that. It's going to be one of those seasons. It's going to
No,
be low.
I completely disagree with you. Even while City was setting these standards, Liverpool was not far behind.
But already Liverpool have
Well, how many points did Arsenal get last season in second place?
89.
Yeah,
So not 95. But
Okay.
after Arsenal, it dropped off a
I
very
get it.
far.
But if 89 doesn't win you the league, you need 90 plus, and the amount of
Not
points
with
that's-
City not being there. If Arsenal get 89 this season, 88, and City were not there last season, they win the league
I agree.
comfortably.
I think this is a season where high 80 points could win the league.
And this is a season where already Liverpool dropping points to Fulham at home, to Forest at home. These are games that they should win. There's going to be more points dropped against the bigger top six. Arsenal already dropping a lot of points. Chelsea,
I think that what gives Chelsea a slight edge is the fact they're in the Conference League, and they do not need any depth
Yeah.
to play in that competition.
and they have a huge squad, right?
Yeah,
They have
They're
so
the
many
biggest squad in
players.
the league.
Biggest squad and all good quality players as well, and they can just rotate. And Cole Palmer will play every single Premier League game. He doesn't need to be rested for Europe at all.
So this is again, guys, for our viewers out there. Yes, sometimes I may have to ask the same question 5 times, but I will again.
I told
Who
you.
are your Premier League favorites?
For me,
Please.
I would still
Who's
say
your number one?
Liverpool. And number 2, I would say Chelsea.
Liverpool, Chelsea.
You put them ahead of Arsenal. You put
Yeah.
Chelsea ahead of Arsenal.
Yeah, I would.
Explain why.
the depth of squad.
What
and-
depth of squad? Tell me about their depth of squad. Who do they have in goal? Who do they have in defense? Max, they have statistically a very bad defense, a very bad goalkeeper compared to Arsenal, who
I don't
have
disagree.
the best defense in the Premier League. Them in City over the past 3-4 years. So tell me why you think Chelsea deserve it. Why do you think they're going to get it over Arsenal? Why? Other than the games that they've played already this season, tell me why.
because they look more threatening. They
Attack.
score
But
more
what
goals.
about defensively?
I agree, but when you score 5 goals, you don't need to keep a clean
What's
sheet.
threatening about Jackson, Madueke,
No, it's
and
not that.
Neto?
It's
What's
not that.
threatening about that?
Sorry, I'm sorry. When you have a team that doesn't need to rely on a set piece every game to win you the
Yeah.
game, I see more in a team. I'm
I
sorry.
I agree.
When you're not corner FC, that I see a little more in your team. Come on, like it's just corner. That's all you guys are. This is a team.
How do you get corners, Max? How do you get corners?
Yeah.
How do you get corners?
Take a little long shot deflection.
No, how do you get
corner.
corners? How do you get corners? You make chances, you create chances, you get in the other box.
and then you get a corner. Whereas, I don't look. Chelsea are clearly their attack is ticking, and they don't have to compete in the Champions League. This is a Champions League format.
so
that added-
you think Chelsea have a better chance of winning the league than Arsenal?
I do.
I agree.
Okay, come on, sit back down.
I can't believe this. Keep talking.
Okay.
Anyway, as we're saying, okay, I know.
He needs a little break. That's all.
Arsenal's been fighting for this the spots at the top of the league for quite some time now, so it can be hard to hear. But I don't know. This Chelsea side look unbeatable right now. I mean, and look, Europe makes a difference. You see this all the time with squads that just aren't competing in Europe for the season. They overperform.
Yeah,
right.
I agree. And I want to bring one thing to light here: the Chelsea midfield. That to me is the best part of this team. Like the way that Caicedo is playing, the way that Enzo is playing right now, Cole Palmer, and even Lavia when he comes in, they're unplayable. They look so good. They're so strong in midfield, and it just works. And they're able to score through multiple ways. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. They have multiple ways of scoring. Whereas I feel like Arsenal at the moment, it's either pass to Saka, he takes a shot, get a corner, score. Not as threatening going forward. I'll give it to them. A lot of the times, defenses do win you the league.
Yeah.
And if Arsenal are going to win this league, it's going to be by those 1-0 games to big clubs. And they can do it. Against big clubs, they are very capable of keeping a clean sheet and just winning.
No,
off the corner.
I think Arsenal's defense for sure better than Chelsea's.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, you can even pin down what their defense is. I mean, you got I guess
Levy Caldwell, you got Malagusto, Fofana's in there, and then you have Sanchez in net. And I don't know.
It's a bit of an amalgamation of players.
Yeah, so I just think that the defense is going to be the concern with Chelsea moving forward, right? We don't know, and it's been a thing where defense wins championships, right? Now, can they do it? I don't know, but for me, I think they'll finish second. I just have a good feeling that it's going to be Liverpool and Chelsea to the end.
No. Listen up here right now. Is there any Chelsea player in the defense that gets into Arsenal's first team?
Definitely not.
No. In the midfield?
Yeah.
Yes. I think Caicedo
gets over Rice?
Yes.
You take Caicedo
is one of the best players in the Premier League right now.
He's been better, that's for sure.
He's better than Declan Rice at this point in time. Yeah, he is. I don't know how you can say otherwise. Moises Caicedo is one of the best players in the Premier League right now. He is.
Moises Caicedo is not the best defensive midfielder in the Premier League right now. He's not.
Okay, so then who is?
Declan Rice is.
At the moment.
At the current moment. He's the best.
I think that's debatable, man.
It's not debatable. And I don't... oh my God, I can't believe I hear... Odegaard. Does he...
he doesn't make it over Palmer. They compete for the cam.
Cole Palmer's a better player than Odegaard. Come on.
What are we saying? You're gonna tell me Odegaard's better than Palmer right now?
No, it's just not true.
Odegaard's better than Palmer.
Okay, fine.
He's not
Saka,
right now.
Opinion.
Saka?
Yes, obviously Saka.
Saka's a really good player, of course. Yeah.
Havertz or Jackson?
Jackson.
At this point, Jackson's scoring way more goals than Havertz.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Come on, Jackson's better in the Premier League this season.
No,
hands down.
Let me tell you a funny story, Max. So you said the entire defense of Chelsea is basically garbage. Is that what you said?
No, we're saying that Arsenal's defense is better than Chelsea's.
No, but how good is Chelsea's defense? Is
right.
This a defense that you say, looking back at a Premier League winning squad, that you said, wow, that defense was good?
No, you're right.
When's the last time that a Premier League squad had a bad defense? And I'll tell you when it was.
You could tell
2015.
You could tell. You could say Leicester, arguably.
When Leicester had a bad defense.
Maybe.
That's the last time a bad defense won the Premier League.
You can argue a lot about that Leicester team and how they shouldn't have won it against the other teams on paper.
What you guys are missing here is that the league is 38 games. Yes, it's been 13, 14 games. Chelsea are second. Look at what they've played. Look at who have they played. Look at how many games they played at home. How many of the hard games they played at home. They drew to Arsenal at home. 1-1. Okay, let me tell you something
Arsenal
about
also dropped points then.
Away to Chelsea, but they have to come to our backyard and they're going to get whooped like they do every single year. Tell. Okay, let me and another thing. When last year Aston Villa had a spell atop of the league, did anybody ever think they're going to win the league? No, why?
What?
Why? Tell me why. What's the difference between this Chelsea team and Aston Villa's team? Why? What's the difference?
They have a
Aston Villa have a better defender, better goalie. They have a similar squad level. They really do.
Not in my opinion.
Yes, they do.
Chelsea's team is deeper, and they're
Chelsea's
also more
team have one world-class player in it.
Top.
Two, maybe, arguably two. It's Cole Palmer and everybody else. Okay, and they're in good form right now. They're arguably the best form in the Premier League, but this is 38 game season. You're talking about an Arsenal team that still has only lost 2 games in the Premier League. only two games,
and they're behind Chelsea.
and they've already went to City. They've already went to Spurs. They've played Liverpool. They've played Man United at home. They've played Chelsea away. These are hard games. Villa away, we beat them. Then the second half of the season for Arsenal, much more easy for them. Much more easy.
But when you get to the second half of the season, you start seeing squad depth be a more important role.
Yeah.
And I just don't think Arsenal have the depth that Chelsea have
Rotation-wise, I think Chelsea will have a huge advantage against any other team.
Oh
in
yeah,
the Premier
because
League.
well, when Cole Palmer needs a rest, they bring on Madueke.
They don't need to rotate Cole Palmer. That's the point.
Okay, but who when
Nkunku.
you talk about rotate wise, who are they bringing on? Nkunku. I'm not scared of Nkunku.
That's fine,
right?
But who are we scared of when Arsenal need to rotate?
You're going to be scared of this guy. You know Bane? You're going to be
Okay,
You're going to be scared of this.
He's not on the team right now.
You're going to be seeing this a lot after January.
Okay, well, if you sign him, my opinion will change. But I'm basing my current opinion.
If Arsenal sign a striker or a forward player,
not any
forward player.
No,
it
a class
depends.
one. A class. We signed Gyökeres. We signed Vlahovic. We signed someone.
Osimhen maybe.
Vlahovic,
Osimhen.
maybe. Osimhen, maybe. Yeah. It will help you a lot. For sure.
My argument might change. I obviously I'd like to see a game or two.
The fact that you guys put Liverpool and Arsenal
And Chelsea.
and Chelsea ahead of Arsenal right now, to me is ridiculous. It's absolute
At the
blasphemy.
current moment, today's date, both teams are ahead of Arsenal.
Yes, but look at who they've played. Liverpool have definitely had the easiest fixtures every team, and they still lost points to Forest at home and Fulham at home.
But it's also the way they're winning.
The way they're winning is praying, giving the ball to Mohamed Salah and praying.
You guys remind me of like a 2014, 2016 Chelsea. Of just a few 1-0 games here and there. You score a corner, and then you're just relying on the defense for the rest. I don't see the creativity. I don't see.
Yeah.
So, what game makes you think that? Just one game that the
No,
past
I
game?
think when Odegaard was out of the team, you guys lost a lot of creativity.
Of course, he's back,
So
and we've looked much better.
My concern is if you lose one of those two guys, or you have to rotate one of them, the level drops.
Okay, but I'm saying a full fit Premier League team right now, like right now, as it stands right now, Arsenal have the best team in the Premier League. As it stands right now,
What have they won to prove that?
in terms of player for player, they have the best team in the Premier League, fully starting.
I don't agree. I think that's just healthy wise. Man City is still better on paper.
I'm saying right now.
I think the problem
teams
with
that they can play right now.
The problem
City
is
cannot play a better
out of
team than
your
us.
front three just doesn't do it for me.
For me, I agree. I think Bukayo Saka, world class player
obviously.
on that wing, but then after that,
Havertz and Martinelli.
It doesn't work.
They don't win you a league.
I agree.
Martinelli, yes, I agree. He's having a horrendous season, and he needs to go. Not go. He needs to be off the starting 11, and we need a class left winger. Sterling, the biggest. I don't know if
Invisible.
Is that
Invisible.
Sterling or is that
There's nobody there.
Is that Tima with a haircut?
That's Rusty.
Yeah, I think it's our friend Tima.
Yeah, that doesn't look like Sterling to me. He
Shout out Tima.
and I don't understand what's going on. Like, why isn't he playing Sterling ever? Like, when we're needing
Because
a
I don't
goal?
think he's good enough, and I don't think he's fit enough. I think he's just not at the level that they expected it.
It's strange
to
though.
me-
Like bringing in somebody like that.
Raheem Sterling, man, he's just not it right now. Not this season. That was not a good transfer for me.
Well,
I get it was a free transfer, but it's not helping.
It was
you
a
guys.
risk and it didn't pay off.
Sure,
Yeah,
but
it was little risk, potential for high reward. It didn't pay off.
Exactly.
You have not much to lose.
But the
here.
top four, we may disagree about who's going to win the league. I do think Arsenal have the best chance right now, given the fact that they've played their hardest games of the season already. Top four, Arsenal.
Here's the thing, Liverpool though, I don't. You're talking about if we sign this and we sign this, and then talking about if Chelsea keep up the form or if City sign this. Liverpool, they don't need any signings. They're looking good. They're looking like they've got the rotation. They've got so much threat. Take one of their left wingers, Gakpo and Diaz could play.
I take any of them.
very good players.
Yeah, but this is a team this is a carried team. Salah has been doing everything for that team.
He's been scoring
They
and
all the
assisting.
goals.
I agree that Salah's irreplaceable in that squad. If anything happens to him,
They're done.
done. But they've got rotation for the number 9 with Jota and Darwin. They've got rotation for the left with Diaz and
Gakpo,
Gakpo. And then their midfield, they do have Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister all playing well. They do have rotation there.
Robertson's finished.
You're right, but they brought in
Konate's injured.
Kwanzaa and Joe Gomez are
I don't want to hear anything about Joe Gomez ever in my life.
Okay, but when you
talk about title winning,
when you're partnered with arguably one of the greatest center backs of all time,
the greatest center back of all time. Thank you.
The greatest center back of all time.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Second to Saliba.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe today, but not of all time.
Like, what was that game? Was it? There was a game recently I saw where Van Dijk just dominated the game. It was.
You know when you saw that.
Was it the Champions League game?
I think most games that he plays.
Yeah, no, he was.
Van Dijk is a very good defender, arguably one of the best, but not the best of all time.
He is the best all time.
He's
not for
look,
me.
In the Premier League at least.
No, I still think you have the likes of John Terry.
John Terry can suck a
Rio Ferdinand.
No.
You still have Vincent Kompany.
I feel like Vidic is better.
Vidic as well. You have so many players that I would choose above Van Dijk for me.
No.
Anyway, look, Trent's still Trent. He's young. He's not the greatest defender, but look, Van Dijk clearly has been. He can carry that defense. So their few shortcomings are in positions that clearly aren't of urgent need to be replaced. Their main key positions are locked in right now. I don't see them needing a January signing to keep the pace up. And if anything hurts them, it'll be a long run in Europe because I see them, as Champions League favorites as well as Premier League favorites.
Yeah, I think Liverpool have a good shot at it. I just want to see. There's one thing that's about this Liverpool team. They've not faced any adversity. I want to see how they react to like a bad loss or a bad run of games or like a huge injury or something. Because to me, it just seems too easy for them right now. I feel like they're
But sometimes
they just
too
dropped
easy.
points at home.
I think I want to see them.
They just dropped points at home.
Okay, so let's see how they react. Let's see. I want to see like a bad like.
Well, they lost Robertson for 3 games, so let's see what they do. Who did they bring in?
I don't think that's a huge adversity for them.
But who did they bring in left back? Who? I don't even know.
I think they have like Shimikas there. Or
that's
they have
a right back.
Or they have
no. Shimikas is left back.
Is he left back?
I think so. Yeah.
Replaces Robertson.
Talk about trash. He's garbage. He's worse than Robertson. Robertson has been so bad this season, and they're still playing him over Shimikas because there's a reason for that. And you're going to see exactly why. Let's just wrap this up with the top 4 predictions, guys. I got Arsenal, Liverpool,
Arsenal. Okay.
Chelsea. I think City come back and they make it 4th.
Sure.
I'm going to give you the same top 4, but I'm put Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, City.
You put Arsenal 3rd.
I agree with Max. I'm going that order as well.
Oh my God!
I would go probably Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, City.
Call me a hater. Call me a hater.
You are a hater.
I'll agree.
And then United.
I might not be able to back it up entirely logically, but I don't want to see them.
I want to see Chelsea win it. I really want to see it. It reminds me of like
if Chelsea win it. I'm killing myself.
No, but if Chelsea win it, it just reminds me of like 10 years. What was it, like 2016, where like they finished 10th in the league, and then all of a sudden, like the following season, they win with Antonio Conte.
That's not happening.
Like that was unbelievable, was it not? They finished 10th the season before, and then they won the Premier League.
Yeah, but that's not happening.
It just reminds me of that.
I mean, that was a big. They had a new manager, right? Which
they had Antonio Conte. Well, I don't know. Maybe Endo Maresca is like that.
You're right. I mean, he killed it in the championship last season.
I doubt it.
Okay. We don't know. This Chelsea team is looking good right now.
They're not winning the league. They're not making. You know what? I changed my mind. 6th for Chelsea.
That is spite.
Yeah. Villa is taking their spot.
I don't think
All right,
so.
guys. Thanks for watching.